Hey guys, thanks for joining again. I wanted to give you a little bit update. Actually, kind of a little bit of things I've been learning here since I've been to Kenya. One of the things that we've noticed is that patients that come to our clinic for physical therapy or occupational therapy, we serve our community here in Kendu Bay, but then because we are one of the few places that actually provide rehab services, we actually get patients from all over the county that come, some from pretty far away. And one of the places that are a little bit further away is called Homa Hills. And Homa Hills, probably patients would have to pay around, depending where they're at, anywhere between 400 to 600 shillings just to get to our clinic. And then we charge about 300 shillings per physical therapy visit. And then they would have to pay the 400 to 600 shillings back to their homes. And so for many of these people who are like farmers or like fishermen, like that's quite a bit of money just for able to receive services. So a lot of times, just economically wise, it just doesn't make sense for them. But they actually still need physical therapy, occupational services. So one of the things that we decided to do as a team was actually we were thinking of brainstorming and then actually bringing our rehab services to the community itself. And so we wanted to do kind of like a mobile clinic. But one thing I've learned here is that it's a very community based, I guess, like societal like dynamic. And so in order to kind of like do anything, especially in the community, you want to like engage as many people as you can so that everyone's kind of on the same page. So what does that mean? So for example, this mobile clinic that we want to do, it's not just something where like we can call like one place, a facility, be like, hey, we want to do a clinic, let's do so and so date, and let's set this up. Rather, so what we've been doing last month is we contacted the public health officer that works in this county, and we met with him initially, gave him some ideas and what we want to do, and then he would have to meet with some of his people on what areas, things, if this was a good idea. And then we meet again with the public health officer on kind of solidifying our plans. And then we actually went to the Homa Hills Health Center. They have a small little clinic there. We went with them, and then we met with these community health volunteers. And instead of like jumping right into doing, physical therapy or occupational therapy services, we actually have to get these community health volunteers. What these people are just different representatives from different villages in the town, and they would go into their different respective villages and different areas, and they would kind of survey people in their community that would benefit from rehab services. So we would have to do that for a week. We kind of gave them instructions, and then they would go out to their communities, and then a week later we come back and we meet again at the health center, and then they would share kind of some of the results. We would gather all that data, and then once that data is collected, we kind of had to look over a thing and see what was feasible. So we actually got about over like 400 people that would be potentially benefit from physical therapy or occupational therapy services. But I mean, we have a small team. There's only 4 therapists, so that's quite a bit of people. So we kind of narrowed it down. We were like thinking, okay, so trying to meet some of the needs, let's focus on pediatrics. So we're going to try to see patients that are under 18 years old. Once we had that plan, we met back with the public health officer and then kind of told us our plan. And before we set a date, last week we actually had to meet with the community members. So we had to meet with like the Homa Hills, like the village chief and his assistants, and share this idea that we want to do a mobile clinic, and this is to better serve his community members. And so they gave us a green light, and then we would have to meet with they call this the beach team. So Homa Hills is like right by Lake Victoria, and so a lot of economics and societal um, going on is at the beach. And so there's these different community leaders on these beach villages. And so we met with these beach community leaders as well too, and just again informing them of our plans. We want to do this clinic to serve their community. They gave us their blessing as well too. So now that we have all that in order, we can start finally kind of putting the details and finalizing plans on setting up this clinic. So our plan is hopefully in a couple weeks, we will do this mobile clinic out at Homa Hills Health Center to be able to provide our services out there to people who really can't get access to the services on regularly. So, it's been a learning experience for myself, just because I think, especially in America, you're so used to doing things so quickly and fast paced and just going, going, going. But then here, one of the things I've been learning is just that things obviously take a lot slower, but they want to engage as many people as possible, in just increasing stakeholders in different events or activities, just so that not that like people will get offended, but you just kind of want to kind of have that sense of community and make sure everyone's on the same page. So, one thing that's I've been learning, um, but it's been really good, a good learning experience for myself. So, just kind of want to give you updates, and I guess we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.